Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So Palantir might have already won the NHS contract. There is interesting signs out in the air that suggest that this might have happened already. So one of them was that they were supposed to do a public debate with Foxglove, which was an organization that was very much publicly opposing, as far as I understand, their source backed, and they were publicly opposing that Palantir works with the NHS. And this got cancelled all of a sudden, and I heard speculations that this might have been because they got a phone call from NHS that said, like, don't even do the debate, it's not needed. And now there is this newspaper article, and we're going to go through it, and I'm going to comment on it. And all I ask is that you like and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. So let's begin. Exclusive. NHS hospitals told to share patient data with US spy tech firm. I mean, obviously this clip or this article is written in a way to extract max fear from the people, and yeah, we can guess which side wrote this article, but the data is still interesting. Palantir, whose owner claimed that NHS makes people sick, will collect and process confidential patient information. Hundreds of NHS hospitals have been ordered to share people's confidential medical records with an American spy tech company owned by a billionaire Trump donor, Open Democracy can reveal. I love it how people can have this very tilted opinions. I mean, how much money did Clark donate to the Democratic Party? And that's not anywhere. And then they have this Teal who donated to the Trump, and this is like everywhere. So yeah. As I said, it's very clear which side wrote the article. Palantir Technologies, the secretive Silicon Valley firm first founded by the CIA, will collect patient information from all hospitals in England, according to internal NHS documents. In a letter sent last month, the Health Service Finance Chief Julian Kelly gave NHS trusts until the end of March to begin uploading patient information to a new central database that uses Palantir Foundry software. The instruction came despite a government pledge made after Open Democracy sued the Department of Health and Social Care in 2021 to consult the public before agreeing to work with Palantir again. So yes, it does very much seem like that the guys inside the NHS, they know that Palantir is going to win and they really want things to happen. So they're already, maybe they have a mandate because of COVID on the hospitals so that they can say that, yeah, this has nothing to do with the new contract. But we just want these companies to start implementing. But obviously, why would they be implementing it if they're in a few weeks going to announce who is winning the IT contract, and then you have to move everything over? So it doesn't really make sense. Looks quite good for Palantir. The new database called Faster Data Flows collects daily information about hospital patients, including their dates of birth, postcodes, and detailed medical histories that was previously held by individual trusts and shared less frequently. NHS England told Open Democracy it would alter and remove identifiable personal information before it was passed to Palantir, a process referred to by the health service as pseudonymization. I don't even know how to say this. Palantir also insisted that it does not have access to any identifiable medical records. And yes, this is a huge misunderstanding about Palantir because they are slowly a big data company. And they only process the data, and they couldn't give a rat's butt about whose number it is. And I don't even believe that they have access to the information. And CARP talks so much about this that they are one of the companies that are the most ethical on this, and they actually have full privacy controls. And then they get attacked, for doing the exact opposite. So this I find quite funny. Palantir makes $0 from selling anyone's data. They're not a data broker company. So I find this as a kind of an absurd, accusation. And I guess it's done by someone who has done less than 5 minutes of research on Palantir or is being paid to say shit about Palantir. Don't know which one it is. So, but NHS document obtained by an Open Democracy admits that the company will collect and process confidential patient information. It is not clear what precisely this processing entails. Lawyers for 3 patient advocacy groups said that the NHS England had not addressed vital legal and privacy concerns. Slapping a sticker over your NHS number doesn't suddenly mean your health records needs no protection, said Corey Kreider, a lawyer at Foxglove Legal. This is the group that is attacking Palantir. People are very easy to re-identify from pseudonymized data. I'm not sure if Palantir makes precautions. People are very easily identifiable, and I'm 100% sure Palantir doesn't want to identify people. The news also raises fresh concern that Palantir is being lined up to win a contentious £480 million contract to process unprecedented amounts of NHS data without patient consent. Again, you can see the article is written by the other side, and it's made to exert max fear. Palantir was originally founded by the CIA and has been heavily criticized for producing surveillance tech for police forces that allegedly creates racist feedback loops. And has helped the US government track and deport undocumented migrants. This is when you can see their pennies twisting. The company founder Peter Thiel donated. Why is this even important? Earlier this year, he said NHS makes people sick and claimed the British affection for the health service was akin to Stockholm Syndrome. Tory MP David Davis told Open Democracy he was concerned by the NHS appearing to be favouring an organisation with the provenance of Palantir. NHS England should not be attempting to do this without explicit approval from Parliament. I have no clue why you would need the Parliament to buy an IT supplier for your organization. No clue. He said calling on the Health Service Secretary Steve Buckley to explain himself to MPs before further action is taken. Faster data. The pilot to trial faster data flows to support decision-making by doctors was launched in June 2022 with 21 early adopters joining. So I guess that the fact that they're ordering the hospitals to use this, it's an extension of this already running program, and I guess that this is why they have the mandate to do this. But again, why would they be doing this just weeks before they are announcing who has won this tender? Although maybe they could have timed it better, I don't know. The information captured, including admission, inpatient discharge, and outpatient activity, as well as personal details, was uploaded daily to a central portal built by Palantir. Palantir itself was described in pilot documents as a sub-processor of the data, which is a legal term given to a third party that has permission to process information gathered by others. NHS execs knew their work with Palantir carried a reputational risk. The pilot documents state the use of Palantir to collect and process data is likely to be perceived by some privacy campaigners as contentious, and therefore there is a relatively high risk of media coverage and adverse comments about this. So this is further proof of how good Palantir's product is. If you remember, Palantir started working with the NHS for £1 during COVID times, and I think that this is a brilliant business strategy by Karp, that he just basically gives away Palantir to get his foot in and get new customers. And this is the classic case of expanding at a customer, proving your worth, and basically this very touchy, politically sensitive NHS unit can say, like, we have seen this product work, and F what the media is going to say, we are still using this product because we know that it works and it carries a reputational risk. So it's pretty impressive, actually. This is my takeaway from this. In November, lawyers working for Foxglove wrote to NHS England on behalf of the National Pensioners Convention, Just Treatment, and the Doctors Association UK to raise concern about the sharing of pseudonymized data. The lawyers questioned whether consent requirements which are needed to process pseudonymized data had been violated and what safeguards, if any, had been put in place to protect patient privacy. Again, less than 5 minutes research, or they are being paid to say these things. NHS England has still not sent a substantive reply after more than 3 months, but has now instructed all trusts to implement faster data flows. So this is the interesting part. Palantir is considered a strong frontrunner for the controversial new IT contract worth $480 million to build a database that is expected to include all health information currently held by the NHS, including GP and social care records. There are concerns that the rollouts of Palantir Foundry to hospitals now during the tendering process may provide the tech firm with an incumbent advantage. I mean, they basically have already the incumbent advantage because NHS has used them and they know the product. I mean, I know that there is UK companies that are currently handling the IT of the NHS, but in any case, the NHS definitely knows who Palantir is. They have worked with them and they know what the product can do. Every trust in England will be forced to integrate Foundry into their workflows, said GP IT consultant and clinical informatics expert Marcus Ball. This means there has already been significant taxpayer investment in using Foundry. Trusts are busy with limited IT team capacity, so they cannot afford to redo work. To me, this means that the system will already have significant momentum towards Palantir and Foundry. Labour MP Clive Lewis told Open Democracy that the bid looks rigged. Politicians of all parties should be screaming to the rafters about this. So it does very much seem like, as they said, like, why would you be asking all these people to do this extra work if you're going to change the system in a few weeks? And this just shows how Palantir's product is working and their go-to-market strategy is working, because you can see that once a main government unit starts using them, it can force it down on all the little trusts that are involved in this. And this will probably mean a lot of business for Palantir, because probably suppliers of NHS can start using this program, and many other organizations that are connected to the NHS can start using Palantir Foundry. And it's going to just add to the network effects and make Palantir Foundry way more valuable in this field. So if they win the contract, it's really, really, really good for Palantir. And to me, it does look like they're winning it. This is basically a soft confirmation that they're winning it. It won a further contract that was neither published nor tendered for leading Open Democracy to sue DHCS. After this legal action, the government released its contracts with Palantir and promised to consult the public before making further deals. But our leaked documents reveal that NHS bosses have now ordered a rollout of Palantir software to hospitals across England in a seeming breach of that promise. I mean, I don't even know what this means, that you consult the public. Do they? Yeah, maybe the UK people that watch this video can let me know in the comments, because I guess when you do a tender, it's a it's a public tender of, you make the decision public and you make why you decided that way public. And I don't see why they wouldn't do this with Palantir. I guess it's an easy explanation. So I don't know exactly what they're on about. And this was the article. So this is good news for Palantir. This is $100 million a year contract with the NHS, which I think is going to get a lot of additional business for Palantir in England and in the healthcare system. And this is additional confirmation that Palantir is really good at handling healthcare problems, and this is just more proof of concept, and I'm excited about this. So let's see what happens. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to help out the channel, check out the Patreon link in the description box below, where you can get access to my Patreon valuation model, exclusive content, and lots of other stuff. So check it out. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching. You're awesome, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.